Everything in your life is governed by a set of unseen forces, laws that work whether you know them or not. Just like gravity, they don't ask for your permission. They don't care about your opinion. Operate with absolute precision. The difference between those who thrive and those who struggle isn't luck or background. It's awareness. Take the time to understand these universal laws, start to move in harmony with them instead of fighting against them. And when that happens, everything begins to shift. There's one law, more than any other, that silently controls your direction, your emotions, your relationships, your finances, your health, and your happiness. It's the law that determines the quality of your life experience before you even open your eyes in the morning. That law is the law of vibration. Everything in existence is energy vibrating at different frequencies. Emotions and beliefs all carry a specific vibration. The world around you responds not to what you say you want, but to the vibration you're giving off. That's why sometimes it feels like you're doing everything right on the surface. You're working hard, setting goals, taking action, but nothing changes. Because deep down, your vibration is saying something different. If your inner world is full of fear, resentment, or self-doubt, then that's the frequency you're sending out, and life will keep mirroring it back to you. It's just law. The universe doesn't respond to words, it responds to energy. Most people don't realize they're walking around tuned to the wrong frequency. They wake up thinking about what's missing, what's wrong, or what could go wrong. They focus on everything that drains them. That focus creates emotion, and that emotion creates vibration. Then they wonder why the same patterns keep repeating. You can't live a life of joy and abundance while radiating fear and scarcity. The law of vibration is like a mirror that never lies. Whatever you feel on a consistent basis becomes the signal you send to the universe, and it always sends back a matching reflection. But here's the truth most people never learn. You can change your vibration at will. Instantly, by changing what you focus on, by shifting your state, by moving your body, by changing the story you tell yourself. When you choose gratitude over resentment, confidence over doubt, courage over fear, your frequency changes. Your energy becomes magnetic. You stop chasing things and start attracting them. That's why you'll hear people say things like, when I stopped forcing it, everything started to flow. It's not magic, it's alignment. You stopped fighting the current and started moving with it. You might think it's your circumstance that make you feel the way you do. It's actually the other way around. Your vibration creates your circumstances. If you walk into a room with certainty, with warmth, with love, people feel it. If you walk into that same room with insecurity, people feel that too. Life is an echo. It gives back what you put out. If you want a different echo, change the sound you send out. Everything begins inside you. The problem is that we've been trained to look outward for change. We've been told that success is about working harder, being smarter, or being lucky. If your inner frequency is tuned to frustration or unworthiness, no amount of external effort will make you feel fulfilled. You'll get the job, the relationship, the money, and still feel empty because your vibration hasn't shifted. You can't outwork an energy that's misaligned. You have to recalibrate from within. Think about it like tuning a radio. If you want to hear your favorite song, but your dial is set to the wrong frequency, it doesn't matter how expensive the radio is or how loudly you turn up the volume. You only get static until you align with the right signal. Life works the same way. You have to tune yourself to the frequency of what you want. You can't want peace while living in chaos. You can't expect love while vibrating anger. You can't crave abundance while constantly thinking about lack. You receive what matches your state, not what you wish for. That's why emotional mastery is the key to transformation. The moment you decide that you're no longer going to be a victim of circumstance, that you're going to choose your state no matter what's happening, begins to change. You stop waiting for life to make you happy, and you start generating happiness. You stop waiting for opportunities, and you start creating them. The universe begins to meet you at the level of your vibration. It starts opening doors that you couldn't even see before because you were too busy focusing on what was missing. Every time you catch yourself feeling stuck, ask, what am I vibrating right now? Are you in fear or faith, in gratitude or in lack, in love or in resentment? That awareness alone can change your entire life. You can't control everything that happens, but you can always control the vibration you bring to it. And that control of your inner energy is where true power begins. When you shift your energy, you shift your life. So how do you live in harmony with this law every day? You start by owning your mornings. The moment you wake up, before your mind floods with thoughts of yesterday or worries about tomorrow, take a moment to tune yourself. Breathe deeply, move your body, speak gratitude, and visualize the kind of energy you want to bring to the day. That's not just some feel-good routine. Deliberately setting your universe, this is who I am today. This is the frequency I choose. And life will always rise to meet that choice. Surround yourself with people, music, and environments that lift your energy, not drain it. Protect your state like your life depends on it, because it does. Clearly or create powerfully when you're vibrating low. Every time you gossip, complain, or dwell on what's wrong, you lower your signal. Every time you appreciate, contribute, inspired action, you raise it. It's that simple. You've already been using this law your entire life, whether you knew it or not. Every victory, every setback, every coincidence, it's all been responding to the vibration you were emitting. The universe isn't testing you, it's matching you. The question isn't whether the law is working. The question is, what are you telling to bring you? Once you understand that You stop being a victim of life and start being a creator of it. You stop saying, why does this always happen to me? And start saying, what vibration am I sending out that's creating this? That single shift in awareness separates those who drift from those who design. Life stops happening to you and starts happening for you. Every time you choose love over fear, faith over doubt, joy over misery, you're rewriting the script of your life. You're aligning with a higher frequency that naturally attracts better experiences. You begin to realize that success, peace, love, they're not destinations that you can choose right now in this moment. When you live from that place, everything changes. The people you meet, opportunities you attract, the doors that open, all of it starts matching your new state of being. The universal law isn't here to punish or reward you. It's here to guide you, to show you where your energy really is. Once you honor it, once you understand that your inner world creates your outer world, you become unstoppable. You stop fighting reality and start flowing with it. You begin to see that you've always had the power. You just needed to remember where it comes from. When you finally align your vibration with what you desire, life becomes effortless. You stop forcing outcomes and start receiving them. You stop searching for meaning and start embodying it. You become the energy of what you want, and the universe can't help but respond in kind. That's not philosophy. That's law. The Fei One universal law that controls your life has been working all along. Now it's time to make it work for you. Most people live their entire lives reacting to what happens around them, believing they are victims of chance, luck, or circumstance. But what they don't realize is that every single outcome, every experience, every emotion that unfolds is being governed by a force far deeper than surface events. This force operates whether you acknowledge it or not. It's the law of vibration, the universal frequency that determines everything you attract and experience. You are not living in a world of solid matter. You are living in a sea of vibrating energy, part of that field. Every thought, feeling, and belief you hold sends out a vibration that communicates with the universe. What you get back is always a reflection of that frequency. The challenge is that most people send mixed signals. They say they want abundance, but constantly think about bills and scarcity. They say they want love, but carry bitterness or fear from the past. They want peace, but live in constant comparison and worry. The universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you are. You can't fake vibration. You can say affirmations all day long. If your emotion contradicts your words, the vibration that dominates is what gets returned to you. The universe reads energy, not language. Your I am confident statements, it's listening to the energy of doubt that lies beneath them. Once you understand that, you begin to see life differently. You realize that your outer world is nothing more than a mirror showing you what's happening within. If there's chaos in your environment, there's chaos in your vibration. If there's peace in your heart, you'll find peace in your surroundings. When you grasp this, you stop blaming people, luck, or circumstances because you recognize that everything is feedback, a reflection of your inner state projected outward in a physical form. Change your inner frequency, and the external picture must change. It has no choice. That's law. So how do you actually shift your vibration with awareness? You cannot change energy you're unaware of. Notice the emotional tone that dominates your day. Are you operating from excitement or frustration? Are you guided by gratitude or scarcity? Emotion is your most accurate vibration detector. You can lie to yourself with words, but your emotions never lie. When you feel drained, heavy, or anxious, that's your vibration signaling that you're out of alignment with your true self. When you feel inspired, light, and grateful, your vibration sensing with your higher frequency, energy moves through focus. Wherever your attention goes, energy flows. So the simplest way to change your vibration is to change your focus. Stop rehearsing your problems and start imagining possibilities. Stop replaying what went wrong and start visualizing what can go right. Your mind doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's vividly imagined. It tunes to whatever signal you give it. When you dwell on gratitude, when you visualize success, when you feel love for no reason, you literally raise frequency, you become a match for better outcomes before they even arrive. Your body plays a huge role too. Movement shifts energy faster than thought. Tony Robbins emphasized changing your state through physical motion, jumping, shouting, breathing, dancing, because energy and motion stays in motion. The moment you move differently, breathe differently, and use your body differently, your vibration changes instantly. You cannot stay depressed while standing tall, breathing deeply, and moving with purpose. Physiology rewires psychology. If you want to break a low energy pattern, use your body first. The environment you live in is another frequency amplifier. Surround yourself with high energy people. Those who talk about ideas, growth, purpose, contribution, not with those who dwell on gossip and negativity. Every conversation you have either raises or lowers your vibration. Music, light, color, scent, and even clutter affect your frequency. A messy space creates mental fog. A peaceful, clean, organized environment promotes clarity and flow. You don't just live in your environment lives in you. Many people misunderstand the law of vibration and think it's about pretending everything is positive. It's not about denial. It's about awareness and choice. You acknowledge fear or sadness. Don't let them control your vibration. You learn to observe emotion without merging with it. The moment you say, I am anxious, you fuse with that energy. The moment you say, I am noticing anxiety, you create space. You become the observer rather than the vibration itself. That space is where freedom begins. Your thoughts like tuning forks. When you think of gratitude, You vibrate gratitude. When you think of resentment, you vibrate resentment. Over time, consistent thought patterns form your dominant frequency. That's why the same kinds of events keep showing up in people's lives. They haven't changed their dominant thought vibration. If you keep expecting disappointment, you'll find reasons to be disappointed. If you expect beauty and growth, you'll start to see it everywhere. The law of vibration doesn't take sides. It simply amplifies what you repeatedly project. One of the fastest ways to raise your vibration is through contribution. When you give without expecting anything in return, your energy instantly expands. Contribution takes you out of scarcity and into abundance. You remember that you are already full, already connected, already enough. Acts of kindness, generosity, and compassion are vibrational upgrades. They tune you to frequencies of love and joy, which naturally attract more of the same. Gratitude is another powerful vibration transformer. When you genuinely feel thankful for what you already have, you create an emotional signature that signals to the universe. That vibration attracts more experiences that match enoughness. Gratitude isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about recognizing that even challenges carry gifts. Impossible to be grateful and fearful at the same time. The two vibrations cannot coexist. Gratitude is the master frequency of abundance. Visualization works not because it's mystical, but because it shifts your internal vibration. When you imagine something vividly, your nervous system reacts as if it's real. You generate the vibration of already having it. The more you practice that vibration, the faster it becomes your default frequency. Over time, reality bends to meet the vibration you've stabilized within yourself. That's how athletes, entrepreneurs, and creators use visualization. It's vibrational alignment, not fantasy. But to live this truth daily, you must take responsibility for your energy. Stop saying, that person drained me, or that event ruined my mood. No one controls your vibration but you. Others can influence it, but they can't dictate it unless you allow them to. The moment you take full ownership of your emotional state, you reclaim your power. You become the master of your frequency instead of a reactor to the world's noise. You begin to see life as a vibration playground. Every situation becomes an opportunity to practice alignment traffic. A chance to breathe and stay calm. Criticism, a test of self-worth and presence. Failure to nudge toward growth. You start to understand that it's not about avoiding negative experiences. It's about maintaining your vibration through them. That's how you become unshakable. When you truly master this, you realize that the universe has never been against you. It's been mirroring your energy perfectly all along. It wasn't ignoring your prayers. It was responding to your vibration. The moment your inner energy matched your desires, they began to flow toward you. When they didn't, it wasn't rejection. It was feedback saying, tune higher. You are a transmitter and receiver of energy, broadcasting your inner state. Every word you speak, every thought you repeat, every feeling you sustain is shaping your reality in ways you might not yet perceive. When you choose love over fear, appreciation over judgment, excitement over boredom, you raise your broadcast signal. And in that elevated frequency, everything you desire already exists. You don't need to chase it, you need to align with it. Every day is a new opportunity to practice tuning your vibration deliberately. Wake up with intention, move with awareness, speak with purpose. Feel before you think, breathe before you react. Your vibration speaks louder than anything you do. When you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with higher frequencies, gratitude, courage, love, you begin to live in a reality that reflects those exact vibrations back to you. You are not controlled by luck, fate, or random forces. You are controlled by the frequency you emit, and that means you're never truly powerless. You have the ability right now to raise your vibration and shift your entire life trajectory. The question is not whether the law of vibration is working, it's whether you are working with it or against it. The moment you decide to live consciously, to master your energy instead of being mastered by it, the universe begins to align everything in your favor. That's not magic. That's alignment. That's the law working for you, not against you. Every single thing that exists in your life right now, your relationships, your finances, your opportunities, your health, is a direct reflection of your vibration. Most people don't like to hear that because it puts the responsibility right back in their hands. It's easy to blame circumstances, people, or luck then to admit that your energy is creating your experience. Truth of how the universe operates. The law of vibration never takes a day off. It doesn't care about your excuses or your stories. It simply matches your frequency. Energy you live in day after day becomes the life you live out month after month. You've probably noticed that some people seem to attract success effortlessly. Things just seem to go their way. They meet the right people, get the right breaks, and always seem to be in the right place at the right time. That isn't luck, it's resonance. Their vibration aligns with opportunity. They've learned how to maintain an emotional frequency that magnetizes growth and abundance. On the other hand, there are people who constantly experience chaos, drama, and struggle no matter how hard they try. Their vibration is tuned to scarcity, frustration, or fear, and life simply mirrors that back. When you understand that everything is vibration, you start to see your emotions as guidance rather than inconvenience. A negative emotion isn't punishment, it's feedback. It's your system saying you're out of alignment. Just like a car's dashboard light alerts you to a problem under the hood, your emotions alert you to a misalignment between who you really are and the vibration you're currently holding. The goal isn't to suppress emotions, but to use them as a compass. If something feels off, you adjust your focus, your breathing, your movement until you find your center again. The truth is your vibration is constantly communicating with the field around you. contains infinite potential outcomes. Every version of reality already exists in frequency form. You don't create your desired reality from nothing. You align with it through vibration. Think of it like tuning a radio. The song you want to hear is already playing. You just have to turn the dial to the right frequency. The moment you do, you receive it instantly. The same happens in life. Your vibration matches the reality you desire. It begins to materialize. But this is where most people get stuck. They try to get what they want from a vibration of lack. They visualize abundance while feeling poor. They talk about love while feeling unworthy. They chase success while vibrating frustration. You cannot attract what you want while vibrating the absence of it. That's why so many people say, I'm doing everything right, but nothing's changing. They're trying to use high-level tools while operating from a low-level frequency. The universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you are. If you want to shift your vibration, the first step is awareness, but the second is embodiment. Become the vibration of what you want before it shows up. If you want abundance, start feeling abundant now. Be generous. Appreciate what you already have. Speak from confidence, not desperation. If you want love, radiate love without condition. Be kind, compassionate, open, and present. If you want success, carry yourself as if success is inevitable. It's not about pretending, it's about aligning. You cannot fake vibration. It's felt, not spoken. Energy is contagious. Every person you encounter is picking up your vibration long before you say a word. That's why some people light up a room while others drain it. When your vibration is high, you don't need to convince anyone of your worth. They feel it. You don't chase validation. You emanate certainty. They beg for opportunities. They gravitate to you. That's what people call charisma or magnetism. It's simply coherent vibration. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions are in harmony, become magnetic. You can start shifting your vibration by changing your inner dialogue. The words you speak to yourself carry energy. Every time you say, I'm tired, I'm unlucky, or nothing ever works out for me, you're reinforcing that frequency. Your subconscious mind takes those statements as commands and looks for evidence to support them. Speaking words that match your desired vibration instead, powerful. Things are always working out for me. Opportunities flow to me easily. When you repeat higher frequency statements with genuine emotion, you start rewiring your energetic field. Beyond words, emotion is the real driver. Emotion gives words their power. Saying I'm confident without feeling it does nothing. You must feel the vibration of confidence, even if just for a few seconds. That feeling becomes a magnet. The more you practice feeling elevated emotions, gratitude, joy, love, certainty, the more those vibrations stabilize. The universe doesn't need time, it needs consistency. The moment your vibration holds steady, your external world begins to shift to match it. Many people sabotage their vibration because they keep revisiting the past. They replay old hurts, betrayals, and failures, keeping their frequency anchored in what's already over. You can't move toward a better future while holding on to the vibration of the past. You must release it, not by forgetting, but by forgiving. Isn't about saying what happened was okay. It's about freeing yourself from the energetic chain. Every grudge, every resentment, every painful memory you keep alive is a low frequency anchor. The moment you release it, your energy rises. You make space for new, higher experiences to flow in. Meditation is one of the most effective ways to raise your vibration because it quiets the noise of thought. When you meditate, you stop identifying with the constant chatter that creates stress and worry. You reconnect to your natural frequency of peace and clarity. And that stillness, inspiration, and intuition begin to flow, making decisions from a place of alignment rather than fear. You become guided by inner wisdom instead of external pressure. Meditation doesn't make you passive, it makes you powerful, centers you in vibration before action. Action is essential, but aligned action is unstoppable. When you take action from a low vibration, fear, desperation, doubt, you burn out. When you take action from a high vibration, joy, certainty, inspiration, things flow easily, you meet the right people, doors open, synchronicities happen. That's not coincidence, it's coherence. The universe is responding to the energy behind your action, not just the action itself. That's why sometimes less effort with the right energy creates more results than grinding endlessly with the wrong vibration. Is your quickest way back to alignment when you slip. When life feels heavy, stop and list 3 things you're grateful for, deeply, genuinely grateful for. Feel it not as a mental exercise, but as an emotional reset. Gratitude instantly changes your frequency because it pulls your focus away from what's missing and onto what's abundant. Reminds you that you already have more than enough, and from that vibration, more comes. Another way to stabilize your vibration is through presence. The present moment is pure alignment. All suffering lives in the past or the future, in memory or anticipation. When you are fully present, your vibration naturally rises. You stop leaking energy into regrets or worries, begin channeling it into creation. Every deep breath, every moment of awareness, every time you ground yourself in now, you're tuning into your natural frequency. Most people miss is that raising your vibration is not a one-time act. It's a lifestyle. You do it daily through your choices, your focus, your emotions, and your actions. You protect your energy from negativity, not because you're avoiding reality, but because you're maintaining alignment. You know that your vibration is your responsibility, and you guard it fiercely. You learn to walk away from drama, detach from chaos, and center yourself no matter what's happening around you. That's emotional mastery. When you live this way, life starts to feel lighter. Stop chasing and start attracting. You stop trying to control everything and start trusting the process. You begin to see challenges as energetic tests rather than punishments. You start realizing that the universe is always conspiring in your favor. It's just matching your vibration. So when something doesn't show up, it's not rejection, it's redirection. Invitation to elevate your energy even more. As you stay committed to this inner work, you'll notice subtle but powerful shifts. People treat you differently. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach begin to appear. The right conversations happen at the right time. Solutions emerge effortlessly. You find yourself saying, I don't know how everything just started flowing. That's not coincidence. That's the natural result of vibrational alignment. The external world is finally catching up to the frequency you've been cultivating within. When you operate at a high vibration, you stop living in reaction and start living in creation. You become the architect of your life instead of its victim. You realize that the power was never outside you, it was always within in the vibration you choose moment by moment. Once you master that, the world bends to meet your energy. That's the quiet, invisible, unstoppable force shaping your life right now, the law of vibration working perfectly always without you even knowing it.